you're watching this video right now, congratulations. You're alive, blessed, and have the power to change your life. Think about that for a moment. Complaining won't change your situation because, let's face it, no one cares. The future of Forex. What happens if the US dollar loses its value before Bitcoin takes over? The uncertain future of the global economy. The US dollar has been the world's dominant currency for decades, serving as the foundation of the Forex market, global trade, and financial stability. But what happens if the dollar loses its value before Bitcoin, BTC, becomes the new global currency? In this course, we'll break down why the US dollar could lose its value, how this will impact the Forex market and global economies, who will suffer the most from this shift. Should people hold cash or Bitcoin to protect their wealth? Let's dive into one of the biggest financial shifts of our time. Why the US dollar could lose its value. Factors that could lead to the dollar's decline. Massive US debt. The US is printing more money than ever, causing inflation. De-dollarization. Countries like China and Russia are moving away from the dollar. BRICS nations. Countries like Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are creating alternatives to the dollar. Loss of reserve currency status. The dollar is used for global trade, but if countries start using other currencies, like Bitcoin or China's yuan, its value will drop. Hyperinflation risk. If too much money is printed, the dollar could collapse. Example: in 1944, the US dollar became the world's reserve currency under the Bretton Woods Agreement. If countries stop trusting the US dollar, it will lose its global dominance, just like past currencies, such as the British pound and the Roman denarius. How a weak dollar would impact the Forex market. The Forex market relies on the strength of the US dollar. If the dollar loses value, currencies pegged to the dollar will struggle. Countries that tie their currency to the US dollar, like Saudi Arabia and many Asian nations, could see their economies collapse. Inflation will skyrocket. If the dollar weakens, the cost of imported goods, oil, food, electronics, will rise, making everything more expensive. Forex traders will move to alternative currencies. Investors will rush to currencies like Bitcoin, BTC, and digital assets. Chinese yuan, CNY, gold, and silver-backed assets. The end of the petrodollar system. The US dollar is strong because oil is traded in USD. If OPEC countries switch to another currency, the dollar could crash, and Forex markets would shift toward alternative assets like Bitcoin. Example: if Saudi Arabia starts selling oil in Chinese yuan or Bitcoin, demand for the dollar will drop, weakening its position in the global economy. Who will get affected the most? The fall of the dollar won't affect everyone the same way. Some will suffer more than others. The average American citizen. Higher prices on everything. Food, gas, and rent will skyrocket. Job losses. If businesses struggle with inflation, layoffs will increase. Savings will lose value. Holding cash will become risky. Countries. Holding US debt. Nations that own US bonds like Japan and China could suffer massive losses if the dollar collapses. Emerging markets. Countries that depend on US trade will struggle as their economies are built around the dollar. Forex traders and investors. Traders who heavily trade in USD pairs, EUR/USD, GBP/USD, will see extreme volatility. Example: If the dollar drops 30% in value overnight, people holding USD-based investments could lose significant wealth. Will Bitcoin, BTC, take over as the new currency? Bitcoin is often called digital gold, but can it replace the US dollar? Let's examine why Bitcoin could become the new global currency. Decentralized. No government can control BTC. Limited supply. Only 21 million BTC will ever exist, preventing inflation. Accepted globally. More companies and countries are adopting BTC as legal tender. Challenges BTC faces. Governments may resist it. Central banks don't want to lose power. Energy consumption issues. Mining BTC requires significant electricity. Not widely adopted yet. Many businesses still prefer traditional money. Example: El Salvador became the first country to adopt BTC as legal tender. If more countries follow, Bitcoin's dominance could rise. Should people hold cash or Bitcoin? With uncertainty in the financial system, should you keep your money in cash or Bitcoin? Why holding cash is risky. Inflation eats away at your savings. If the dollar collapses, cash will be worthless. Banks could freeze accounts, as seen in economic crises before. Why Bitcoin could be a safer bet. BTC is deflationary. Its value tends to rise over time. You can store BTC digitally, away from bank failures. Easier to transfer across borders compared to cash. Example: in Venezuela, the local currency collapsed, and people rushed to Bitcoin to preserve their wealth. This could happen on a global scale if the US dollar weakens. Final thoughts and action plan. The US dollar is losing value, and Bitcoin is positioning itself as a global alternative. The Forex market will shift dramatically if the dollar collapses. Holding cash could be risky, while Bitcoin and other assets may provide more protection. What should you do next? Diversify your investments. Don't rely on USD alone. Start accumulating Bitcoin. Even a small amount can protect your wealth. Learn Forex trading with alternative currencies. Position yourself ahead of the curve. The financial world is changing. Be prepared and take action before it's too late. Blast off. Until next time, stay blessed, stay driven, and always mind your business.